Hello everybody. So this is about an idea that I've had for quite some time. I don't know why I've got the headphones on. Just take those off. Um, it's an idea I've had for quite some time, and so have we got anyone in here? I don't know. It's called, well, I called it the expiry party, and let me just share with you what I mean by this. To me, it's been evident over the past few years that the whole system in which we live is just utterly ridiculous. I mean, there are lots of good things about it, of course, but the actual system, and when I say the system, I mean the political, economic, and legal systems, um, are they're they work together, and they are, I think, ridiculous, and they are well past their expiry date. And so I had an idea, is to create a new political kind of, I don't want to call it a party because that's sort of a problem in itself, but a political alliance, a global political alliance, and call it something like the Expiry Party. And the idea of this party, it really wouldn't be a party, but be an alliance, is to say that the people involved in this alliance would all agree that the current system is just well past its expiry date. It should have stopped a long time ago, and something else should have been put in its place that was more in line with today's technology and with today's understanding and the intelligence that we've got now, and knowledge that we've got now, as opposed to the knowledge and intelligence and technology that they had when they started this legal system and the monetary system and the political systems. So all these systems are completely ridiculous and corrupt. The monetary system is just, I mean, I've spoken about this a lot. The political system is a joke. In America, it's even more of a joke, but it's still a joke here. And then there's the legal system, which is antiquated and bizarre, and strange. And so I thought there'd be a place to create this expiry party, and the idea would be to put a date on the end of the system, by which time something else can be worked on and arise and come forward. And so, because the problem that I see now is that there's no point in starting some political party to try and change the system from within, because the system itself is the problem. So um, I think there probably are millions of people all over the world who would agree that we need to put a stop to this at some time. But it's no good it would be crazy to stop the system now in its tracks, because with nothing else to replace it, that would cause even more madness and more danger and more chaos. Um, so so my suggestion is to have an expiry party, and let's say this expiry party, you'd have branches all over the world, and the thing that they'd have all in common is that everybody involved with this alliance would agree that it's got to expire and that we need to put a date on it. Now that date doesn't have to be set in stone. So for example, let's say you said 2030, that's going to be the end of the system, and by that time we'll have had 10 years, together with AI, which I think we already are being controlled by AI to a certain extent, whatever, by algorithms, and with the help of AI that doesn't have an interest in money or power. um, I think something, maybe something will come up in the next 10 years. Not communism and all the other nonsenses they came out with. These are things from the past, right? We're talking about ideas, completely different ways of living together, of cooperating, which probably can only be really worked out by AI. And that we say, okay, let's call for the end of the system in 2030, yeah, and then between now and then, um, people can get together and find new ways of living together, and and at that stage, whether it's 2030, it might have to be changed, it might have to be brought forward or brought back, whatever. But the principle is that an intervention is made, a political intervention, and the thing about it is that it's not like really care personally that much about it, because I think the whole thing's just, the whole experiment of life is just mad. And so it doesn't matter. I mean, I think I'd be deluded to think that this could actually do anything. But that's not the point of what I do and what I want to. I would like to be the head cunt. Hi everybody. The Earth is a ball. AI told me to watch you. Maybe I wants the system to end. I'm just going to read some of these things. An interested party could use the net to vote on any policy issues. We do not need to be governed. Yeah, well, whatever. I mean, that sort of thing. It's not that the idea that you could use the net to vote on any policy. Yeah, I mean, again, these are all things that can be, introduced to any ideas over the next years. But the point about it is to make clear, for once, instead of all these political parties like the Green Party trying to get in and change from the inside, this is a joke. Yeah, what I'm saying is to have an expiry party, and the party itself, the idea itself, would expire with the party. So, as soon as the you reach 2030, let's say, or whatever it is, and most of the world, or the majority of the people in the country, for example, chose to that this should expire, then that will expire, and then the party idea will expire, and something else will arise. But the main part of this, which I'm really sort of interested in, is that the principles of this alliance of, let's say, calling it the expiry party, whatever you want to call it, would be that to have a time when it ends, let's say 2030, and then spend the next 10 years just taking absolute rip out of all the systems that are in place, just to make it clear to everybody how ridiculous they are, how ridiculous the political system is, how ridiculous the legal system is, with these guys dressed up in wigs. They're all, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's absolutely bonkers what they're doing in these places, so-called courts. And then you've got the banking system again, just to spend the next 12 years, everybody involved in this whole thing, just they're really pumping up the volume of taking the mick out of it all, because there's so much that can be done in that area. So that's the idea. I'm going to read now through some of these comments here. I'm just going to go to the beginning. Hello, hi, stay lawful people. What does that mean, stay lawful people? Triangular pyramids. Nice one, Danny. Love your work. Were those headphones made in China? Probably. Drain the swamp. Support from Slovenia. Good morning. Thursday in New Zealand. Alchemist legend. All right. Go and annoy some people, Danny. It's called working class populism. We don't need a government. Simple. I don't know about that. Don't publish a manifesto. Keep up good work. All actors. Yeah, they're all acting in there for sure. Why do you not make any 10-minute videos? What's your favourite fish? I'm a vegan. Anything to do with money or commerce is optional. Justice for our boys. Date should be November the 5th. Thank you for widening the barriers. Debt-based, riddled, broken system. No system works. I understand that. So what I'm saying is that it's an idea. I'm going to stop now. If anybody's got anything to say about this idea, or they want to get involved with the idea, just PM me. The idea is very simple. Set up a new political body called the Expiry Party, or anything you want to call it. And the purpose of the Expiry Party is to unite all the people in the world who realise that this system we're in is silly, stupid, ridiculous, backwards, barbaric, uncivilized, and ancient, antiquated, and well past its expiry date. I don't know how you PM on YouTube. Good question. I don't know. You can probably email me at spiritualentertainer@gmail.com. So if you want to go for it, want to do something like that, and create some kind of, I don't know, website, I'm happy to create a Facebook page. Again, none of this is to be taken too seriously, because anybody who thinks that they can actually do something about life, in my opinion, is really deluding themselves. Yeah, lovely to see you all. Hi everybody. I'm going to go now. Leave some comments if you want to. I do read the comments. And all the best. I don't know if anybody, by the way, just a quickie before I go. Does anybody know if you can actually come on camera with this? Is anybody able to actually come on camera? Oh, here we go. The corruption we are all suffering because of our corrupt monarchy and the Rothschilds. Get behind John Wanoa and the United Tribes of the World flag and the King's Bench. Check out Divine Bars channel. All right, I'll have a little look at that, but don't hold my breath. Love all sentient beings. Yeah, don't know about that. It's difficult. When you go around seeing how stupid humans can be, it's difficult to love them all. Hello, Ricky Police Watch. Hello. Only on Instagram. Good work, Danny. Get back to the megaphone. Yeah, will do. Anyway, I just a little experiment. Death isn't the end. Yes, it is. The Earth is flat. Is it? Without exception. What's without exception? Check out Daddy Dragon's channel. Don't believe NASA. Okay. Anyway, before I've got to get my tin hat on now. I think. It's been lovely being here. Just this little experiment. I don't think I'm going to save this because it was a bit random. All the best. How do you stop this? Stop. Don't know how you stop this. Sorry about that. Earth is as flat as a watermelon.